So now live. Okay.
Okay, now it's live, yeah.
Let's see if it's somebody with us here. Okay. Welcome to this Color Talks number 5. Sham.
Thank you. Thank you,
And
Charlotte.
the spring, we're going to focus on the spring, but please make a brief introduction of yourself for the public.
I'm just checking just checking if it's also broadcasting on LinkedIn.
Yeah, let's see it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I think it's okay, good. So yeah, so you want me to present?
Yeah, I wait for somebody who follows. We can wait a little bit and see if somebody's connecting here. Yeah, because I think sometimes when, if people see us, they just want to jump in and. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's online because I just checked on the phone.
It's online, yes.
Yeah, we can speak, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me go.
Yeah, now it's online. Great.
I think it's online because I just
Yeah.
checked on the phone.
Yeah, it is.
It's online.
Yeah, I see that now. Okay, and we were going to talk about, it's also on YouTube for people to see us there. They can follow us on YouTube, the WOCUNITY TV, and it's also live broadcasting from that platform.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'll introduce myself first. So
Yeah.
So my name is Sham Karunanidhi. I'm based in France, but originally from India. I founded the cosmetic brand Melo Ayurveda. It's a solid cosmetics. It's kind of what should I say? It's more clinical based solid cosmetics, which uses Ayurvedic plants mainly for hairs as of now. But there are also other products which will be coming in the future. Otherwise, we are here with Charlotte to speak about spring rituals, what you can do in Ayurvedic spring rituals. So what does it mean, and how we can improve your well-being in your home for your body also. Yeah. So
yes. Yeah.
So Charlotte, why don't you tell about what you do? And
yes, I know we talked a short by telephone yesterday, and I explained to you that now my main work is consulting in these holistic interiors. And I mean, holistic interiors is not just the surface that you change the colors on the furnitures and so on. It's also the whole thing, so to speak. It's about how people move around in this area, and also how they feel when they move around and living in this area or working in this area. So it's also, when you work with holistic interiors, it's also including to make it more easy to have this lifestyle, so to speak, that you get reminded of that. And it's also like it's custom made, so it's a bespoke way to do interior design. That's also what I do with my design, why I'm doing carpets, rugs, and also small items in textiles and elements, as I call them. It's also installations to help people to remind themselves how to live more conscious, so to speak. So for me, that's why actually I'm doing a collection, and because it's included in this consultation, of course. And I also do bespoke textiles and rugs, and now I'm also looking at maybe do some furniture things in more light stuff for special clients, because it's very complicated to just go into a store and find, because as you see with interiors today, the most look the same.
Yeah.
Open a magazine and you see it's the same. It's just copy. It's just blueprints for everywhere. And that's because, I mean, I don't want to be rude, but it's a kind of laziness also in that. Because working with interiors and working from the ground, it takes time. And you also have to be a little kind of researcher too.
Okay.
Yeah, and I understand that's also what we have in our work we share, because you are also, I mean, you're working with a laboratory, so to speak. It's you make it from the ground. You make it by
Well,
yourself.
yeah, I would say it's kind of the same. Well, I mean, you also sort of you also provide some tangible things like carpets and designs
Mm,
people can see, touch, and feel. So what I do is also the same, but more
mm,
on a what should I say, for beauty and well-being, and more on a regular basis where people can touch and use it all the time. And yeah,
mm. Yes.
it's kind of the same, but not exactly the same. So yeah, so cool. So I can see the design behind you. Is it from
Yes. Yes,
you?
it's yeah,
Yours?
it's from the Awakening collection I did 2011.
Okay.
And that was also like 12 different kind of rugs or wall hangings elements, and each rug represent a stage of feeling for a person in their growing, in their personal growing. Because that's why the name of Awakening collection, because I wanted to describe what humanity had in the front. It was like, it's 2011, so it's quite a while. It's 12 years ago. So I was a little before, and I saw what was coming. And what we can also see in this so-called new world is that people also have personal ideas how they want to live. And I think also that's why it's so important to, when you're doing consultation, that you look at every person as from a unique perspective. Um, and that's why Ayurveda is so genius, because that is exactly how Ayurveda works. You don't give one drug to everybody the same.
Yeah,
You
that's
you
so.
look at exactly. That's the same with how you live and your lifestyle too. And that's what I want to describe in the Awakening collection, was the journey in life and how you can expand your consciousness, how you can grow as a human being, because that's what I think is the main purpose to be here, is to grow as a person, as a soul, so to speak.
Beautiful. So you did this rag for you or for somebody else, or
No, it was like a story, of course, because it was introduced during the Stockholm Design Week. So it was an exhibition at Kungsträdgården. It's a big garden in the middle of the center of the Stockholm. So it was an open exhibition for public.
okay.
So it was a kind of groundbreaking thing.
Oh, beautiful.
Little advanced.
Yeah.
Today, nobody will raise the eyebrows for things like this, I think. But 12 years ago, it was another business. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes. So, but this is how I work also, because I like to see how people experience to be close to these things. Because that is also with the holistic way of looking at interiors, is not the surface, is how people feel when they are in these environments. What do they experience here?
Okay.
Because that is the most important part. Do they feel relaxed? Do they feel stressed? How do they experience this? And that's what I feel. It's a very interesting way to work with interiors and to create environments in a more holistic way than the regular way.
Okay.
And because that's more, the same thing over and over again. It looks nice. It's nice on pictures. It's nice looking in nice magazines. But should people live like this? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, that is how
So,
I'm.
do you have any like any examples of some of your clients that they are currently using your rags or carpets in their home or in the office? Like, does it?
Oh,
Like,
I have one who said she can't.
oh, it's in.
She said in Swedish, "Hello, Charlotte. I'm here, but I don't know how I can enter." Okay, but can you hear us? I will ask her. Okay, so, but she's here.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm the technical genius here.
I think it's working. I just thought my phone.
Oh
It's
yeah, she said she can hear us. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Okay. I said to her, if she has questions, she can just write.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know how to take this out. Okay. Anyway, yes. So that's what I see. The how we are connected, because that's also in a holistic way to looking at interiors, so to speak. If you do the bathroom for a client,
Okay.
what are you going to put in the cabins? What are you going to use here? That's
Okay.
also in a holistic way to looking at interiors. What do you recommend this person to use?
So what do you how do you normally recommend someone? So you give them one of your designs or rags, and then you also tell them how to decorate for instance, let's say the bathroom, or how do you do that actually?
Yes, and I also recommend them, of course, but from an Ayurvedic perspective, I use that because that's my ground knowledge, so to speak, and I like that because it's an easy way for people to live and to keep balance in life. And as I call it, kitchen advices.
Okay.
It's
So
easy.
could you give us a practical example, like for instance, like if you just put one of your carpet in the bathroom and then you make the color more colorful, less colorful, does it have any kind of a to see visualistically how does it come out at the end actually? So do they really take your advices all the time, or how does it work?
No, it's when you do like a consultation, you give them advice, and then it's of course up to the client what they choose to do. So, but what I'm doing is a full consultation that's include also how you take care of yourself, because that's also with the kitchen advices. Like, what is your constitution? What do you recommend you to eat on a daily basis? Because that's includes in the kitchen. And so it's like a holistic interior is a advice way to live. It's a more easy way to follow these advices. So it's not, is as I say, it's not only decoration with furnitures and and items and the surface way to look at living. Living is all the senses, it's all everything put together, because that is how we create a good environment.
So,
Um,
if I understood correctly, so you also tell them how to, like, a lifestyle advice of
yeah, it's
direction.
actually it's a lifestyle concept, including in interior design.
So
That
you,
is what it is. Yes.
so
Mhm.
concretely speaking, you give them one of your work, design work, in their living room or in their house or office, let's imagine, and
Mhm.
you also give them a way to how to organize other like materials and stuffs in the room, and on top of that, you give them how to, okay, how to have a, like, a peaceful atmosphere or a joyful atmosphere, depends on
Yes.
what they're looking for. So
Yes.
it's like everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
No,
So,
no.
of course, when you look at the client, you look at their constitution and you see what needs they have from that perspective. Is this a firing person, a pitta person, or who need more softness in their life?
Mm,
You know, and how can I help this person to get more relaxed inside their house? How can I give this person advices to not put up the stress, more relaxing, you know? And like a kapha person, who can I help a kapha person to more have activity, not
okay,
get too much laziness? And
I see.
that's a lifestyle way of putting together a holistic interior design advices. So it's two ways. It's both the surface, so to speak, and also the lifestyle concept into this.
So basically, you study their doshas first, and then after that,
Yeah.
go for the design, the
Yes.
recommendation, and what you
Yes.
have. And
Their constitution. Yes.
that's very interesting. Not
Yeah.
many people does that, actually. To be honest, I mean, they always go
Because
for.
that is also a very good way to look at. I remember when I had a workshop, I talk about that, like in a working area with a lot of people, different constitutions working together, and how you can use this also to when you create groups, working groups. I mean, not just put a lot of pitta firing people in the same area. I don't think that is a good choice.
Yeah.
So you can really amplify this if you're aware about this, because people they are aware that we are different, that we
Yeah.
have different temper, different constitution, look, skin, hair, and it's in that way it's easy to explain, and that also our personality is affected of this, of course.
Okay.
It's affected our constitution.
For sure.
So yes,
That's kind of
yes.
unique. I don't know anybody who does design and well-being in an Ayurvedic perspective. It's very well. It's the first time I'm meeting someone like you, because
Okay.
that's kind of unique. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I think that because I believe that people really need this advice, because you can't separate it. You can't separate where you live and where you work from who you are. Because you're everything.
I mean,
It's logic for me. It's really logic. And you can see a lot of, I mean, this kind of book, self-help, how do you deal with different kind of personalities in life, blah blah blah. And then you have books about how do you live a more balanced life. But this is the same. This is the same. I
mm,
mean, you have to understand all this together. So this, in my book, I had a workshop included in the middle of the book, and there I explain these things, how you look for the constitution and how you from that spot do the whole thing.
yeah,
So it's a device map
yeah.
in that.
I remember that chart. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very
Yeah,
good.
yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
So I
Do
think
you have
that
any advice?
coming more and more. I think that this is a future thing.
Well, yeah. I would say it's future present, even the past. People should definitely consider their Ayurvedic constitution, whether they are Pitta based, Vata based, or
Yes,
more
absolutely.
predominant in the dosha, and then definitely look for what's good for them in the interior design. And yeah, it's definitely a interesting one. And I'm not sure many people know about this, so
No,
it's
they
good to
don't.
it's
Hmm.
good to have some awareness about this. What they are, to be conscious, to have some this kind of consciousness of what like what kind of person you are, what kind of elements, fire, water,
Yeah.
earth, kind of things dominates in your
What's
body.
influencing me
Yeah,
more than less? And that
okay.
is also, I do this kind, I remember when I was in Paris, I had a small talk. And one of the listeners, I just said to her, I don't know, I don't take your pulse right now. You haven't answered in the map because I have some questions if people want to know. But I said to her, I can see that you are influenced a lot of Vata, and maybe you have a little Pitta, but you're more like airy. You're very airy, and that's why you get a lot of stress during when this airy time comes more. It's coming and you freeze easily and so on. And she said, "Oh my God, that's correct. I know. It's exactly my problem." And I said, "These simple advices can really change your life to the better. It's not complicated. It's just small, easy steps."
Yeah,
And I mean, that's what I love Ayurveda, because it's a 1,000 year, 6,000 year old practic knowledge. And as I said there, because people ask me, why do you use this? And I said, because it's logic and it has been practiced for so long time, and something that has been practiced for so long time. And if it didn't work, it would be disappear, but it's still here. And it's because it's working.
yeah, definitely. It is still there,
Yeah.
but it still needs some
Yeah.
awareness, especially in Europe, which is more
Yes.
it's
Yes.
so
You're
yeah.
really. Yeah.
You need to know also about this. It's good. I'm happy that you are spreading Ayurveda and well-being in your own style. It's good. It's good to hear that. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I'm trying. I mean, this is how for me to explain it, and also what I can see, it's that people, when they understand how logic and how genius this is, this philosophy, it's you can't go back, because it's genius. It's really it's down to earth. It's so easy to understand when you really look at it, and how you can change your life with these easy tools.
Totally. Cool.
With these small tools, you can easily change your life to the better. Absolutely.
Cool.
Because we practiced on myself, and I also have seen how it works, and it works. It really do.
Cool.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see some before and after pictures of some of the work you did, since you gave to your clients or your maybe
Yeah.
friend, family.
Yeah.
Maybe good to see that, so that other people will also see the benefit of. Okay, wow, that's cool. So why not? I could also try that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that'd
Yeah,
be
my dream project is to make 2 rooms, in real life. And one room they enter with, this normal surface interior design thing that you see everywhere. And then enter a room with a holistic approach. And then people have asked questions. I have questions, and they have to answer, how do I feel here and how do I feel here, and see the difference.
yeah.
Because that is everything. It's about how people experience
That'd be
that is science. You can call it science, what you ever want to call it, but this is the thing. And I'm sure that it's going to be a big difference how people feel in these different kind of environments.
I totally agree because because people, most of the people, well, in France at least, well, I know they go to IKEA and
Yeah.
buy some stuffs, and you instantly recognize that okay, this is something, the same thing, the same kitchen everywhere. So when I mean personally, me, I have some bathrooms done in the very original way. Some creators did that. It's personally much more, uh, uh, more, how do you say, more, a different vibe. I would say it gives a different vibe compared, a special feeling, uh,
Mm-hmm.
compared to in my previous apartment where I had this kind of IKEA vibe where everything is kind of the same. So I kind of feel a difference for me, for myself. I mean, if they could have some kind of designer like you, and uh, like you are not just designing, you also know the Ayurveda part of the Ayurveda part of the put Ayurveda into design. So I think it'd be much more advanced for people to get a different level of experience with the design. I guess it's very,
Yeah.
very unique what you're doing. So I think that's
Thank you.
cool.
Yes, but it's difficult because the problem is to explain it. Why it's so complicated to explain the different is because people has to feel the different.
Yeah.
Because when you show them in pictures and talk about it and you write about it, it's okay, it's just words. But when you experience the different, that's another thing. That's another thing. But I'm in a very interesting project. I just started to consulting a very interesting project, and it's going to be great when it's come. But it will take a little time. But it's really from the ground, and this kind of philosophy is included very well and very wisely.
Very
So
nice.
yeah. Hmm. And please, you mentioned to me that you're also making a new cream.
Well, yeah, it will
Now
be.
you're working with the hair with your shampoo, but also now you have a new product for your brand.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
not yet out. It will be out, I hope, soon this year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's something for the skin, which I filed a patent on that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see when it's coming. So as of now, I don't want to go much details into the skincare what
No.
I'm
Okay.
working on.
Okay.
Uh, I'll communicate that later. So I want to
Oh
keep
yeah.
it a little bit of suspense, a secret for the
Yeah, it's a
moment.
little secret, but we
Yeah.
give them a little teaser.
Well,
A
oh,
little,
if I have
it's
to
a
give a
little,
teaser, well, I
yeah.
mean, people don't have to uh, uh, apply creams on their face 2 times a day.
No,
They don't
no,
have to.
no. I
Uh,
think so. It's
they
correct.
don't have to get a day cream, a night cream, an eye cream, or serums. All these things. So
Mm.
basically, the skincare which I'm proposing, it's going to replace all of these things in a very minimalistic and simplistic way. And it's not packed in plastic. It doesn't contain any water at all. So as you know, I'm already doing solid cosmetics. It's more ecological. Yeah, so that's what in skincare uh,
Yeah,
is is coming. Yeah. Other than that, I also do hairs, shampoo bars, and conditioner
yeah.
bars. Well, the conditioner bars are out of stock now, and
It's great. I had tried it. It's great. It's genius. It's
and
Ayurveda and influenced from the Ayurveda, of
yeah,
course.
it's an
Yeah.
Ayurvedic extracts. It's a very good product. It's out of stock. It just came, and also one more shampoo bar for
Mm.
people who are having sensitive scalp.
Yeah.
For example, if somebody's having eczema and psoriasis and
Yeah.
dermatitis, so this one worked very well. This shampoo, again, an Ayurvedic shampoo bar, and again, it's also out of stock. If anybody wants to buy, so they have to wait for probably at least two more months yet. So it's coming
Oh
back in
my
stock.
God. Yeah. That's great. But it's
Yeah.
good news for you. It's a good product.
Yeah, it's definitely a good product. Yeah, it
Mm.
just before it lacked some visibility and nobody was really looking at it seriously. Just another shampoo bar or something like that. But
Mm.
everything changed because one of the clients he gave a photo of his hair, scalp, what happened to his scalp before using the shampoo bar and after using the shampoo bar. This photo got lots of views on social networks. So, and then I got huge amount of order after that. Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. Visibility is good for sure.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's also when it's a good thing, it's a good product. It talks for itself. It's
Yeah,
just
it
it's
looks for
also
itself.
that people have to try it and see the
You
difference.
have to try
Yeah.
and see it, and it's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with trying seeing it. So what they're not gonna lose anything if they love the product. They'll just stop using plastic. That's all. So it's good news, and they will have a great product for their hair.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's definitely
Yeah, you
definitely
mentioned plastic.
yeah.
Yeah, please
As it is solid
explain, because
cosmetics.
that I know is very important.
Yeah, I mean, we are consuming plastic everywhere. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
even an organic product, we people are trying to buy organic products because it's more natural and more sustainable. But all these organic products are still packed in plastic. And the
Yes.
second problem is that all the products, the beauty products that you use, and in those beauty products, almost 70 to 80% of the ingredients are water. And water is again a precious and rare resource. So in future, it's going to get water problems might come. Actually, it's already there. Water problems are already coming in Europe and many other countries. So to completely eliminate water in your cosmetic products would be great. It's more ecological. I mean, that's where the solid cosmetics come in. So basically, you don't
Yes.
use water as a resource, and also you don't need to have plastics to pack them.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win actually. Solid cosmetics for me, it's very futuristic. If the products are very well done, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It's the same. It's the same with like, if you we talk about sustainability, it's also the same, and the textile area is a big area when we talk about water and health of water and how to deal with these subjects. It's and also like take responsibility what kind of textiles you use, and also buy things with the conscious, so to speak.
So
Yeah.
Sharad, what's your opinion about on fast fashion or ultra fast fashion? People are even going one
No.
step further
I
now.
love I have always, I mean, when I was a teenager, I love vintage.
Okay.
It was a lot in this age, in because I grown up in the north of Sweden, and I actually came from a fashion family. I had a lot of fashion people in my relatives, but that also includes my grandmother, who was a fashionista.
Okay.
And she was really, hats and furs and everything. She was also into interior design for that time, like in the 1950 and so 60. Yeah.
Cool.
But what she did was she also bought vintage,
Okay.
the
Wow.
same as antique things for furniture. She bought vintage and very, very nice things, And I also like that. And it was also, I think, because of during that period, it was not so many shops, especially in the north of Sweden. It was you have to go to bigger cities to find something, or abroad. So for me, it was like, and I was a textile student, so I did a lot of my own clothing,
Okay.
so to speak. Yeah. But anyway, what I can see, it's impossible to miss when you're in Paris, is all these vintage stores coming everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think that's coming, and also how to upcycle things. You use old and upcycling it with maybe you make a new style. You use the old fabric and make something new. You make a new dyeing. new color. So I think that this buying something and throw it away like H&M and this kind of stores, I think is going to go away. Not maybe in 2 years, but I don't think people want to have this anymore in a longer perspective. I think we will see more creativity and more like, yes, making stuff. If they can't make it themselves, they go to tailor who make it for them. I think we will see a lot of these things.
Oh my God, it's funny you mentioned about going to tailor because well, I grew up in India where
yeah, I know.
My parents always take me to the tailor where they measure everything.
I know.
So
I have done it when I'm in India too. I have
very good clothes. Actually, I remember when I was a kid, but now I'm not doing that. In France, we go to some stores, but now I have some designers who I used to buy from them. But not all of my clothes, not everything, but some of them are some small artists and secondhand clothes that I use. Also, I started using recently. But when you look on many things happening in fast fashion in Shein, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. They call it ultra fast fashion, so it's worse than fast fashion.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
No. Yeah, I talked to.
Oh, but you don't make any clothing, do you?
What?
You don't make any clothings, do you?
No. I have done children clothing, but that was a very long time ago. Okay. So I have been in the fashion business, and also because I had it in my family, of course. I have worked with this jeans selling and all this stuff during the 80s. And but I have also designed small items like ponchos and scarves and this kind of things I have done. So I'm going to do something for the fall now, something like a stola, like a shawl, like a big shawl. You can also use it like a blanket.
Okay.
So yeah, and I use it from recycled yarns and stuff because I'm trying to find experimenting things,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying, let me know if you do something for guys, for men. So
yeah,
it's been always when I talk to designers, always they'll look for something more for women first, and for men.
Yeah.
We don't have lots of options. Well, it's my personal. No. I think there are other people who are doing stuff for men.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, what are the things that you currently in textiles? What do you propose currently? Your rags, your carpets, anything else besides that?
Yeah, it's also like the wall hangings, which I have been working with from my last collection. I show it in Paris during Paris Design Week, and I believe in wall hangings. Why I'm so fond of wall hangings is because it gives the room more softness, because it has to do with the acoustic. And the acoustic in this, modern homes is mostly very.
Interrupt you. Could you explain what is the difference between wall hanging and the racks? Like
the wall hanging is more. It's not so big like a rug. It's maybe more lighter fabric. It's not woven in the same, because when you make a rug, you have to make it more strong because you put it on the floor and people walk on it, so to speak. But when you put it on the wall, you can make it more or less strong. You can use other materials and other techniques and so on. So that's the difference for me. So.
Okay. So
but mainly why I like, and it's also a very easy way to change the look of a room. And that's also when you come into the holistic way, you want to change it, the room, the look of the room, the feeling of a room, and you can do it very easily with wall hangings like this and textiles.
Okay, so you propose wall hangings
Yeah,
And then
carpet. Yeah, and the cushions. I do small
cushions.
cushions, and I do poofs like meditation poofs.
Okay. So
Yeah,
meditation pillow.
pillows.
Yeah,
Yes,
pillow. Okay.
because that's also a very easy way to change the look of a room.
Okay.
Yes,
And anything else?
yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. These items, and it's going to come some plaid also for the bed, for the sofa. I'm
Okay.
working on that, and yes, because I'm working with a new project, and it's going to be also that.
But no furnitures. Only.
Not yet, but I'm looking at it actually.
Okay.
I really, yes, I do for this new project I'm into. So I don't think I'm going to do it for just for the collection. I do it for the client, and then maybe we can sell it on the web shop. But what I'm also do when it comes to furnitures, it's that I buy vintage. I buy on auction houses. I maybe change the fabric
Okay. So
and upcycling it. So this is something
working
I'm
with,
doing.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes. I did it. I did the project in Paris. I bought at the Port Clicancourt, the big market there. I bought some stuff. Yeah. So this is what I'm doing also.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
I
these.
like to put in this because that is also make it more interesting when you create a room, a space. It's more interesting when you add.
So all these stuffs are available on your website right now.
Yes.
So
Yes.
anybody
Yes.
can go on your website online
Yeah.
and click and buy it. So you also give them delivery all over Europe, or is it
Yeah.
only?
Yeah, and I also have a lot of my things on international design sites who are specialized in, like one is called Pamono. Pamono is it's a big site from, I think it's a German, but they also worldwide. So we ship it worldwide. So if people prefer, they can buy my collection even there.
Okay. That's
And sometimes I also sell like vintage rugs and vintage pieces on this platform. It's a huge platform. I think it's quite famous, and so that's also a way if they want to see my things. And I also have an American site for American listeners called The First Dibs. It's a big one in United States, and I also have my things there. So I prefer to work like that because that's also a very easy way to find your clients, your customers.
Good.
Yeah.
So anybody go on website, so you can buy, you can be ordered like almost worldwide. You ship it worldwide.
Yeah. Yes, I ship it worldwide. Yeah, because I have customers. I think I actually shipped once some stuff to New Zealand.
Okay, wow, that's so where are
Japan also, of
Japan?
course. Yeah.
Where are you producing all these things actually?
Now I do it in the Northeast India, and I'm working with different. I have a philosophy called the yarn of sharing, and it's also based on my philosophy of making things. That there you have the holistic approach with using just herbal colors and these things. So I work now with 2 different families. So they know exactly what I want and what kind of colors I want. And then I also has just a couple of months ago, I have started with a small project in Sweden too.
Okay.
But it's a little secret, so it's coming.
Okay.
It's coming next year.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
But then I do it in India, because it has also to do that people can make this by the hand. It's very, it's
Definitely, yeah. So
you
very
have
good.
to have the skill
Yeah.
to do these things.
Yeah, very good takes. Many of the products, I mean, many French brands, they also make in India.
Yeah,
The-
I
Why,
know.
why they say is because they have this expertise in hand work
Exactly.
things, and
Exactly.
which we apparently it's not there in France, and they're trying them
No.
also locally in France. So yeah, I understand. It totally makes sense that you're also making it in India.
It actually has to do with that mostly. I did a lot of things in Sweden like 20 years ago,
Mhm.
but then it got more and more difficult, almost impossible. So I was forced to move
Okay.
my production. I did some things. I did a recycled rug in Portugal.
Okay.
And it was 2003, and it was showed in Tokyo during Swedish Style event in Tokyo.
Okay. Wow.
But it was a little bit too early. You know, recycled rug 2003.
Oh yeah. Okay. People are
People,
not.
what are you talking about?
Okay.
They were not interested
Yeah. Well,
in that. No,
get it. Yeah.
you know?
Well, now
Yeah.
it's a time.
Now is
Now
the
it's time
time.
for many things. Recycling, upcycling. So
Yes, yes, it's
sustainability.
how it is.
Yeah. All right. It's it's very interesting what you do, and kind of a unique designer. You kind of bring in your expertise from Sweden, fashion knowledge, and some knowledge from in Ayurveda, and it's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like to work with these small workshops also, what I do in India. And now with this guy, I just worked with him like 2 years. So it's a quite new experience. And what I like with this is, of course, the cooperation with people, but also that he said that I'm learning from you. And I said, I'm learning from you. So we're learning each other.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And that's what I like with this. It's very dynamic, you know? So it's also a way to give, to share knowledge.
Cool. I think is there a message or something? No, I don't see it.
Oh yes, I have a question here. Interesting with 2 rooms with different interiors. Can you make this with the same budget? Absolutely. I answer absolutely, no problem. With the same budget you can use. Yeah.
Good, good,
And
good.
that you can also find. That's I did an office in central Stockholm a couple of years ago, and we bought actually a lot of furniture from auction
Okay.
house. Yeah, we did,
And
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 also textiles. So we didn't take just from me, and we were upcycling it a little bit. I know we did some colorings. So this is what I recommend people to do. I'm not always like pushing them to buy the most expensive. It's not about that. It's about making it harmony and beautiful, because I am very into, make it a beautiful space. And you don't need to take the most expensive. It's more, you have to be a little bit more brave, maybe, not so afraid of making things in another way. But sometimes it's also, it's like when you're dressing, if you can buy some cheap jeans, some vintage or something, but if you have a very nice jacket, or if you have a nice scarf, you make looks more, you have to have the details.
yeah.
That's the details that makes everything. So if you have a exclusive scarf, but you have just a t-shirt and a vintage jeans, you can look great, you know. So it's
For sure, not everybody can have this kind of, talent to choose the right thing. So
yeah.
it's good to have somebody else's have advise you and on your fashion
Yeah,
sense.
because I think that, of course, when you look at my rugs, of course, they cost some money if you buy them. I mean, the hand knotted, especially the hand knotted ones. But what I say to people, if they buy, it's an investment, and a rug like that, the hand knotted rug, stays for generations. And what you can do also, and what I have done, I sell it on auction house. So if a person buy my rug and after like 5, 6, 7 years don't want to have it anymore, they can sell it on an auction house.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
carpets, for instance, it just goes on generations. Family. I mean, India. I remember.
yeah, no,
My father used to have carpets of his grandfather, actually, so it's still there.
yeah,
All the
yeah. I have some old carpets from my grandmother too, because she was a lot into carpets. So, but yes, it's but that's why I also have some vintage. Sometimes I have a vintage carpet I sell on my store, my online store, or through these platforms, which I talk about before here, the platforms. I also have, I will put a rug now on the store, the American store I'm on. I'm going to put a rug there because they have an auction there. So I put out the rug, and then they have a auction going on for this rug.
Okay, wow.
So this is also stuff I do. So this is also a way for people to get these things. And maybe this rug is just 1 or 2 pieces, and that's very, few of them. So this, I think, is the future. This, I think, will be more in the future, that people value these kind of things more.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, already I know people who are giving more importance to carpets.
Yes.
In France, there are people I know that. It's good. It's good. So I'm looking forward to discover your carpets.
Yeah.
When you're in France or somewhere else, but it's good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's that's why I like to work with just rugs, and it's because of the dynamic in them. It's something really special, it's handmade, it's the yarn, it's the heaviness and the structures, and what it does with the room, it's like magic, and you can also put it on the wall, and you can put it on the floor, and you can change things very easily with this, and that's why I like to work with rugs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, okay, and something more you want to add about your work? I think about the spring.
Well,
we talk about the spring and how to take care of your beauty and how to take care of your skin and hair, and what do you recommend people to do?
Well, I mean, there are some things. Beauty is from outside, also from inside. So, what is so special about spring is that in spring, there's a predominant kapha rises in our body. What happens is spring comes after the winter. Winter is a very cold and season. So basically, in winter, we have a very dry skin. So to counteract the dry skin, we put lots of creams.
Yes.
So when it comes to spring, so our body wants to shed our winter coat, let's say winter skin. So we should take everything a little bit lighter. For instance, the one particularity of winter in Ayurveda is people find hard to digest the foods they eat
Yeah.
uh, because of the kapha. It rises when
Yes.
kapha rises. The fire, the agni, the fire in the
The
central part of the body,
digesting. Yes. Yeah.
it goes down. So
Yeah.
naturally, we have a problem in digesting the food. So
Yes.
better to eat some lighter foods.
Yes.
And what else I would say? I would say for meditation, like Surya Namaskara, some breathing pranayama. It's also
Yeah.
good for the spring rituals. Otherwise, to like take regular showers, which is also good. Of the products they use, which they like, which they prefer, it's definitely good. And yeah, I mean, basically, it's a part of the rituals from inside what you can do. More of meditation, yoga, and there are some yoga poses. It's good for spring rituals, which I cannot show right now
No.
in this thing.
But
uh,
then you have this. Do you recommend also this abhyanga, this oil massage?
well, Abhyanga, I mean, not during the springtime. I
No,
personally, I would not recommend someone.
this is more for the winter
It's more for the winter, I would say.
and for
Yeah,
the
spring,
vata. Yeah.
spring, our body needs to shed its winter cover. It's like snake shedding its
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
Our body also have. Well, I mean, scientifically, we shed all the time. The skin sheds,
Yeah, we do. Yes.
renews every 28 days on an average per
Yes.
person. But still, when we are transitioning from one season to other season, so I wouldn't really suggest anyone to go for a benga oil massage, but you can have some light massage. Definitely, it's good. You can have massage anytime you want, but abhyanga is something more deep and more uh, strong. So it is not something I would consider it as a spring ritual.
No.
Yeah. Otherwise, yoga, meditation, and light foods, and
Yeah.
some nice beauty products.
Yeah.
If it's possible, plastic-free beauty products.
Yes. Yes.
It's really good. That's what
Mhm.
I suggest. I propose with Melo Ayurveda with my brand. Otherwise, yeah, spring rituals is kind of sums it up. Otherwise, yeah, you can have into more details on foods, what you can eat and what you should not eat, and so
Yes.
that is beyond the scope of this talk. What we're
Yeah.
talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the details. Yeah, I mean, food. The food what we eat is much more important. Um,
Exactly.
it's kind of a medicine. Even the food what we eat, it changes
Yeah.
every
It's like
body.
it's what you do on a daily basis every day. That's make the change. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, food is important also. For
Mm.
instance, like if somebody is looking for, I mean, there are some very good foods that are available in India, which we don't have it in France or in Sweden. We don't have that.
Mm.
So, for instance, I sometimes I take some curcuma capsules pills
Mhm.
because curcuma
Yeah.
is a very so much antioxidants and
I
so much
know.
in
I
curcuma.
know.
The problem
I
with
take it every morning.
it's very good. You should
Every
definitely
morning. Yes.
ginger. We get curcuma, ginger, and for instance, like I'm also taking ashwagandha.
Yeah.
Ashwagandha is
Me
uh,
too. Me
Indian
too.
ginseng. I take that in pill
Yeah.
form. So I
Hmm.
would recommend this ashwagandha pills to anyone who's looking to have a good
It's
energy in their
called
life.
like in Indian ginseng.
Yeah, Indian ginseng. Yeah.
Indian ginseng. Yeah.
So
It's
I would
great. It's
I would
great.
recommend this pill to anyone who needs some extra energy and
Yeah.
who wants to cope with their stress.
With the stress.
It's
Yes.
it's very good because it's adaptogenic plant, and it has so much many scientific proofs it's working.
Yes, I know. I know.
So definitely that's something I would suggest someone for as a supplement. Otherwise, that's it. To sum it up for spring
And
rituals.
have you something I also take is the Triphala rose.
I mean, Triphala is definitely
Triphala.
good. I mean, it's not good to mix many things. Uh,
No, but
you can
sometimes you can take it like
Triphala is more for fertility and more well-being in a different
yeah.
way.
Mm-hmm.
More slighter, less powerful, I would say. compared to ashwagandha and curcuma.
Yeah.
The triphala is also good. There's nothing wrong with take that. So I advise anyone to take these kind of supplements. Always look for organic supplements.
Yes.
Very, very important. So because we are
In Sweden, we have a very good store for this. If Swedish listeners, they can buy it on internet called the Veda Lila. The Veda Lila, they have a very good store, online store for all these items. For
can you
this, for
send the
this
link to me? I will also have a look at it.
yeah, it's great. It's a
Okay,
very good. You can look. Yeah, they have a good supplement of this. I buy all my stuff from them.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, what else I can suggest people? Yeah, to take some time and not work all the time like me.
Yeah.
And otherwise, yeah, take some
I,
time.
I I can. It's the same for me too. I took actually a weekend here now outside Stockholm. Went to a spa. We had a Japanese spa here in Stockholm.
Okay,
It's named Yasuragi. Fantastic place.
okay,
So yeah, so, that I really need that. They had it was tremendous, lovely with the pools and saunas, and you can take a bath outside, and it was great.
okay.
But we need this.
Yeah, everybody need this
Everybody need this.
from time to
Yeah.
time. So I also need this. So it's
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, and that's all basically for the spring rituals
Yeah.
from my side. Yeah.
Yeah. Also a good thing is with a sauna. Sauna.
So now, well, I mean, I prefer hammam personally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I also like when I was in Finland, I tried.
Yeah, no. I come from north of Sweden. So in north of Sweden, we are a little bit more like Finland. We love saunas and vodka
Okay, so
and stuff.
eating with the
That is
stick,
hip.
the
That
branch.
yeah.
The,
Yes, this kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah, we have it. The north of
I mean,
Sweden is very,
I personally, I really liked sauna when I was in Finland. I was doing it probably more than 3 to 4 times a week.
yeah.
I was in Helsinki, and also in the north in a city of I forgot the name. It starts O. I forgot the name of the town. I liked it, but when in France, I don't feel the same. There's also some saunas in France, but I like hammams in France, especially in south of France. I don't know why, because it's
Mm.
more wet, it's more humid.
Mm.
I don't know. I like this feeling, humid heat, and because sauna for me is very dry heat.
Yeah, yeah,
In-
yeah.
uh, and also you can put some water, definitely. But
Mm.
still, I kind of do hammam from time to time. It's been a while I didn't take hammam. Last time
They
I
have
took
in Paris. In Paris, they have hammams.
I took
Mm.
a hammam when I was in ski, which
Okay.
is 3 months ago. Yeah,
Mm.
hammam spa. It's good, but otherwise, yeah, it's also good. So yeah, I think if we
Yeah.
don't have any more questions, we can wrap it up. I guess.
Yeah, we can wrap it up now, and we will see when we talk next time.
Yeah,
Maybe we can take it. I mean, when we feel for it, the,
yeah. When you
su-
have time,
the
when you have
summer, or I don't know.
any topic,
Maybe.
yeah,
I
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, if people find this interesting, because this is also a way to explain how you look at the seasons, because that's also was my intention with this talk,
Mm.
is to remind people of the seasons, and how if we are more aware about the changes, and also how the body change, and also the light change, and also the structures in our houses, because that is what I'm talking about, also what you can change with interior design for the season. And that is also like now we do house cleaning or house clearing.
Yeah.
You want to clean the windows, you want to take all the dust out. It's the same feeling for the body. It's the same. It's very, very similar.
Mm.
And when you want to have more softness and more warm and protection things during the winter period in your house, now you want to open the windows and let the sun in and the air in, and so it's very, very, it's actually logic. It's logic. But if you remind people of this, also you get aware about that your house is a living spot, and you can, if you listen, you can also change, and that also influences how you your health and your well-being by doing that.
Definitely, totally agree with you. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So nice talking with you, Charlotte.
Yeah, the same to you. Very nice to talk to you too. And
we'll have a next session. I don't know when. So otherwise I'll.
Yeah, we take it now. Now it's working. This way of broadcasting working very well, I think. So this is a good system.
Yeah, we'll try to make a summer or winter session next time. So
Yeah. Yes, and I will also look at the way maybe we can share also like a PDF or something, if you like to do that and show pictures in the session. It's also possible.
Oh yeah, next time it'd be good. Yeah, if you could share some like a screen presenting the
like
screen.
a screen presentation. Yes,
Yeah,
to show more. Yes, that's a good thing.
Cool.
Okay, and talk soon then, and take care and have a nice week. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.